bad virus, but it could have been far worse. It's almost like a good trial run.
If I can't get water, I'm fine because I know I have several months of water at home. That doesn't happen if you're a prepper. And you don't have to be part of that crazy crowd that's running around trying to grab toilet paper and water.
Ces files d'attente et ces mouvements de panique, on les a aussi vus en France au moment de la crise du Covid. Pour Brut, on vous emmène aux États-Unis à la rencontre de ceux qui s'y étaient préparés. On les appelle les preppers, c'est une branche du survivalisme. Les preppers, littéralement ceux qui sont prêts à l'effondrement de notre société.
9/11, that was the craziest year ever, right?
Yeah.
In 2001. Yeah. Not even close anymore. I mean, 2020 is the year to remember. If you have this, at least you know, hey, I can drink from the river if I need to.
It's delicious.
I think he killed the turkey, Cameron.
Aux États-Unis, 3 millions d'Américains disent suivre des conseils de préparation à l'effondrement. On a rencontré 2 stars de la communauté Preppers. Ils s'appellent Cameron et Kobe, et ils nous livrent leurs 3 règles d'or. Leurs règles d'or pour survivre à l'effondrement.
Do you think you can run out of electricity in USA?
I think is a very likely thing to happen and probably will happen. As big cities will lose power from cyber attack or electromagnetic pulse or something that's going to be a little bit more wide scale, yeah.
Yeah, the grid goes down. If there's no power, in 3 days, there's not going to be any food left in the stores.
Nobody can Facebook or Instagram, so they lose their minds and
Yeah.
go crazy, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna test out the Moore Knife Spark, which is a pretty sweet little Moore knife, but it has a ferro rod in the handle, so this is pretty dang sweet. And then we also have the fat rope stick, so this is basically a fire starter. We're gonna test this out and see how it does, all right? What I saw them doing was actually doing this to kind of fluff it up.
Nice.
And there she blows. Actually, that rod was pretty good. You know?
Yeah, no.
For being this small. Geez, you could get easily 30 fires out of this. This stuff is freaking cool. I like it. A+. This is a personal water filtration device that basically all bacteria, it'll remove 99.99999% of that. Basically, you just go fill this up with water, and I'll show you how that works. This screws right on, and you drink it.
That is terrible.
It's delicious. It is delicious.
Does it taste?
Tastes fine. I would let you try it if there wasn't COVID-19 going around. I mean, who knows, in times like this with COVID-19, there's no water, you can't get to the grocery store. What are you gonna do? And if you have this, at least you know, hey, I can drink from the river if I need to.
Yeah.
You know? If I have to come down here with my family and camp because town is crazy, you know, the virus is going nuts, then I can come here. We know we have water, we know we have food, we know we have a way to start a fire, and we're good to go. I think you are probably the first person we have had in the house in probably over a month just due to the pandemic and, you know, trying to keep the family as safe as possible, so welcome. Hey!
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, girlies. Chickens are, it's very on purpose, it's very deliberate. Again, it's just another thing that can help keep the family safe, especially in a time like this pandemic. It's another thing that if we had to, you know, we could just stay in and eat eggs. We talk about prepping all the time. They understand what it's for. Right, guys?
Yeah.
You guys know what we're doing. Why do we prep?
We store toilet paper and food
No, but why do we do it?
because so we're safe.
Yeah, so we're safe, to keep the family safe, huh? You guys remember why we have the emergency plan, the disaster plan?
Yeah.
Why?
In case we get separated.
When?
Like at school.
Like at school, right? If something happens, if there's a disaster or something at school, what else?
An earthquake, flat fire, blizzard.
Yeah, those are the things, right?
Yeah.
What else do we need to add on to that one now? Pandemic, right? I don't know why we didn't put that on before, but
Think about it, huh?
we did not think about it. So let's just go through all of it real quick. What are the escape routes from our house if there's a fire?
4 doors and windows.
Where are they at? Which ones?
The basement, 2, 3, and then the basement windows or the windows in there.
So if we do have to leave really fast, we each have a bag that has stuff in it that we might need. You want to show her what you have in your guys' bag?
This
Kit.
is an survival kit. It has compass, whistle, matches, first aid instructions, razor blade, pencil, non-aspirin pain reliever. Emergency food.
So this has some extra masks too. Flashlight with an emergency radio. People say about preppers that they're paranoid or. To me, again, it's just a little bit of peace of mind, and I think the kids are less panicked because we've talked about it before. We've talked about a pandemic. We've talked about natural disasters. We've talked about economic collapses, all that crazy stuff that could happen. So it doesn't really surprise them.
Yeah. And I've seen a bunch of, people worried or their kids are scared about COVID-19 and ours aren't scared.
If something happened and I wasn't able to take care of these guys and I wasn't able to keep everybody safe and healthy and fed and water, it would be horrible.
If things got really bad, I think a firearm is the ultimate defense item that you can have. I don't ever want to use it on a human, but we do always consider the fact that you may need to use it in defense. I have 1 pistol and then I have 2 shotguns and 2 small caliber rifles.
It's just another insurance policy. It's no different than the food or the water or the medicine. It's another form of insurance as a prepper or as an American or whatever. They're important. Gosh, this thing shoots so much smoother than that last gun. The gun is the great equalizer in any type of fight, so hopefully it's enough just to scare people off and say, hey, you don't want to come here, you don't want to deal with this. That's the hope, obviously, but we have it if we need it, and that's the good thing. I think you killed the turkey, Cameron.
Man, those targets are sweet.
I know. That's Thanksgiving dinner right there.
Depuis 4 ans, Kobe et Cameron réalisent un podcast qui cartonne chez les preppers. Depuis le début de la crise du Covid, leur audience a triplé et ce qui fait leur succès, c'est des conseils survivalistes et des scénarios apocalyptiques.
Welcome to the Casual Preppers Podcast, the only place for prepping, survival, and entertainment. We are your hosts, Cameron and Kobe, and we are ready to bring survival goodness direct to your ear holes.
And we are ready to bring survival goodness direct to your ear holes.
Mm-hmm. This is entertainment for that quarantine.
Yeah, you ready, Cam? Are you excited? Because I'm excited
I am
today.
excited.
We've been talking about COVID for, 2 months at least now, a little over 2 months. It gets crazier and crazier. If we go look at the overall numbers, confirmed cases globally, 2 million. That is insane. I think the first time we did these numbers, we had 40,000 or something, right? And it just continues to grow.
I feel like this year is like the sampler platter of
SHTF
all
events.
SHTF events.
It really is.
Try an
man.
earthquake out. Don't like it? Oh, let's try a pandemic. Oh, you don't like that? Let's try
Economic
war.
collapse.
Let's try economic. This is like the year.
And then on top of all that, we have a presidential election at the same time. So it is like the craziest year. Like I always used to say, 9/11, that was the craziest year ever, right?
Yeah.
In 2001.
Yeah.
Not even close anymore. I mean, 2020 is the year to remember.